You want Philly?
Yeah, let's do it.
It's easy to sum it up. We're talking about practice.
Because it's about as casual as it gets.
What's the problem now?
That's a clown question, bro.
I think we ought to change the B-man at least.
World champions! Start playing with some jam in here. Let's go.
Philadelphia, looking as only you can look. Woo!
Here we go.
And good welcome, everybody, to the fourth episode of the Philly podcast. My name is Eric Perugini, and somewhere in this little tiny circle is Chris Fuzzy Lahiff. Well, we are here tonight discussing the Philadelphia Eagles versus the New Orleans Saints and the game that was. So, I mean, it was a great defensive game. We finally saw some good defensive play from, well, I mean, not good, but great defensive play from Jalen Carter. He really stepped up his game. The secondary did well. And, a lot of issues on offense, people being hurt, missing the game completely, missing the second half, getting hurt early in the fourth quarter, like Devontae Smith. So with that, I don't know if Chris can hear me or not, or if he is.
I'm here.
Right now. Oh, okay, there you are.
I'm here. I'm just in my car driving.
Oh, all right. Well, you want to start lending your voice to the show? Tell me what you thought of the game, or initial thoughts.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm sorry, picking my kid up. Hold on 1 second. What time were you guys done? Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, my kids got done 20 minutes ago when they were supposed to be done at 9. They're the best.
Well,
I was on the road. I'm a terrible father. So, yeah, I mean, obviously, the big game yesterday from the defense. And, I don't know if anyone saw the game film on Jalen Carter yesterday. Did you see any of that on Twitter?
I absolutely saw that.
That dude looked like Aaron Donald yesterday. He just controlled the line of scrimmage. He was insane.
Yeah, I mean, that was honestly the best game he's had so far in his career. It was also one of those things where I kept saying I needed to see more from him. And, man, he really showed up this past week. And, I mean, can't complain about it one bit, man. That was awesome to see. I mean, I have a little stat here for you. I was, searching Twitter, and I found Jeff Kerr.
You are our stat muse guy.
Yeah. So the first thing I did was I was like, man, I said, there's got to be something going on about, the stats from the secondary and everything. And sure enough, I did via Jeff Kerr from CBS Sportsline. He has a good one. Like when Derek Carr, when targeting the Eagles cornerbacks in week 3 up against Quinyon Mitchell, he was 3 for 5 for 29 yards with a QB rating of 64.6. And then against Darius Slay, he was 1 for 2 for 9 yards with a QB rating of 56.3. That's pretty lockdown between our two cornerbacks. I was highly impressed with that.
I love Quinyon Mitchell. I love him.
This kid is going to be a stud in this league. And the fact that they finally got a draft pick right on a cornerback makes me so happy.
Yeah, Quinyon Mitchell is so far after 3 games, he's the guy that they drafted at with the 20th or whatever pick it was in the first round, 27th pick. He's been the guy, and we can't complain about anything. What I will complain about is, can we just talk about how dirty the Saints are.
They're terrible.
Like, I'm all about finishing a play. It's part of football. I'm all about it. But that dude took Darius Slay all the way out of bounds when he didn't need to, when the play was dead. And if that dude doesn't get some kind of fine or suspension, it's a disgrace to the league. And as well as the hit on Devontae Smith.
That was
the fact
horrible.
The fact that there was no flag at all made zero sense.
That was complete BS. And I was sitting at Rover Friend's house watching the game, and I saw that, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, "You've got to be kidding me that this is happening right now." I was like, "Unreal." That was such an egregiously bad hit, especially when the guy comes down and like just falls on him after he's down and the play's dead.
And then the one guy spit on him.
Yeah. Like, what kind of crap is that?
And you think as an Eagles fan, and as you know, you think I'm gonna sit there and talk about Jalen Carter talking all that shit after the game? Nah, talk that shit. Even what was it? Chris Long was like, nah, let him talk about it. That's a war. The people saying he shouldn't have did that have never been in the trenches.
That was just complete and utter BS. They are, like CJ Gardner-Johnson said, they are riding that train. They thought that they were someone that they weren't, and they did not like the fact that they weren't throwing up a bunch of points on the Eagles. I'm missing the Phillies.
And listen, that's fine. I mean, listen, the Saints are a good team. They're not like a top, 15, 20 team, and the Eagles might not be a top 15, 20 team, but that is Derek Carr on the other side of the field. Like, he's not that good of a quarterback. He's okay. He's average. So and listen, I had the Eagles pegged to lose. Like, I thought, like, after seeing that offense absolutely manhandle Dallas, and then I look at Dallas and I'm like, maybe the Eagles aren't as bad as I thought they were, and Dallas is really going to be bad this year.
Oh, Dallas is in for some trouble. They are really in for some trouble.
So I'm in a little debate argument on social media with our buddy Jacob from 910 Sports Network, who's telling me that Dak put everything on the line yesterday and his defense couldn't make a stop when needed. And listen, I get it. They lost by 3. But that score doesn't tell you everything. Dak Prescott was absolutely terrible in the first 3 quarters of that game. You can blame the defense all you want for not stopping a run, and they didn't. But at some point, you got to hold Dak Prescott accountable. He threw for 379 yards, and he had 200 of them came after they were losing 28-6. I get it. He almost brought them back to victory. But it's not the point. He had garbage time yards. And I sit there and I think about it, and I'm like, you know what? I always said maybe Dak should have won the MVP over Lamar last year. I'm kind of thinking now, like, he just had stats because they were beating the bad teams, and then when they were losing, he was putting up, garbage time stats, and there's nothing wrong with that. But again, it goes back to, when did those yards happen? Did they happen during the game of when they were coming back? Like, I don't get it. So no, we sit there and we destroy. We give Jalen Hurts a lot of flack. We're hard on them. That's what Philadelphia does. I just don't think I think we're trying to learn from our mistakes, because we absolutely ran Carson Wentz out of town for his turnovers. But hey, Jalen Hurts has got to hold on to the ball. But Dak Prescott, it's amazing, the love that he gets in Dallas is bananas. And the accountability that he doesn't have to account for from his fan base. I've never seen it before.
Yeah, it comes down to, like I've said before, I've said it, you've said it, Dak Prescott's a good quarterback. but he, like many other quarterbacks in the league, including our own on the Eagles, has his flaws. And I do give him some credit. I have to give him some kind of credit for that comeback attempt yesterday. Well, not attempt. I mean, they were literally coming back. I have to give him credit for that, even though yes, it's garbage time points. You throw the ball more when you're down. Running's just not going to do it, which they have no running game whatsoever at all. So if they don't start using Dak Prescott's arm more and just get rid of the damn run game altogether, because I'll tell you another thing. Playing against Derrick Henry, who they just did not want to pay or said that they could not pay, came back to bite them in the you-know-what yesterday. But I mean, I can't really talk bad about Dak in that game. He started coming back, and I mean, it was close. It was definitely close, and they just got beat. They got beat, in my opinion, by a better team. So, with that, I do have some more stats, as Chris will laugh at me. We were talking about Jalen Carter, and he was actually the highest graded Eagle yesterday with a 91.9 grade. He had 3 pressures, 2 hurries, 1 QB hit, 2 passes batted, and 4 stops. That kid was straight up on fire yesterday. And here's another one that I find kind of funny because I don't think he's that great, but Zach Baun, through 3 games, leads the NFL with 37 tackles. He has 2 sacks, 2 QB hits, 1 tackle for a loss, and 2 stops on 4th down. I mean, that's respectable through 3 games. So it's and we've had another no-show by Bryce Huff, and I want to add that Jalen Hurts has more tackles than Bryce Huff this year with 1.
I did see that stat. And I also think that Bryce Huff, he didn't see the field that much yesterday. I think that led to their win.
What was that? You're breaking up.
I said I also saw that Bryce Huff didn't see a lot of the field yesterday, and I think that has to do with the defense being successful.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree with you on that one. I mean, Bryce Huff has just been a complete major bust. He was the one thing that I was really worried about going into the season because he had basically 1 good year. And look, it happens all the time in the league. Guys have a career season in the final year of a contract. They get the money, and then they're either okay or just never live up to the contract, while others outperform a contract if that's possible. But yeah, Huff has been a complete disappointment, and I'm starting to think that they should have just given Hassan Reddick some freaking money. Part of me saying just give him
Yeah. I mean, it's easier now. It's easier now to say that, and I'm with you. And I was a Reddick guy, but and maybe Bryce Huff is a situational player. I know you can't pay him like a situational player because of his contract. It's like Taiwan Walker all over again.
Oh gosh. By the way, the Phillies are about to win this game too.
They have won.
Estevez is pitching. It's 2-2 count with 2 outs on the top of the 9th.
I'm gonna mute it real quick.
He's got it. And the Phillies close out the National League East. They are the champions.
Yeah, I'm just really, really unhappy with. Oh, that's going to be it. There they go. Phillies win.
Yeah, I mean listen, Bryce Huff. Listen, through 3 games, he's been a bust. And listen, it happens. Yep. It sucks. It sucks. But you know what? Maybe him sucking and Vic Fangio. I really think Vic Fangio listened to Sports Talk Radio all last week because that defense came out with some some bite in them.
Oh yeah, they absolutely did. They 100% did, and it was good to see.
And I again, we're going to talk about the Bryce Huff signing being a bust, but on the other side, can we just talk about Saquon Barkley? Like, he's ridiculous.
Let's see. Here you go. Saquon Barkley leads the NFL in rushing yards after his 147 yards yesterday. He's tied for the most touchdowns in the NFL with 5, and he leads the NFL in scoring when you throw the 2-point conversion.
Yeah,
after that Eagles win. Yep.
Yeah, and I get it. I get why the Giants didn't re-sign him. I get it. Like, you gave Daniel Jones $40 million. I just don't know if I would have recorded myself and plastered it on HBO so that the entire world, not just America, the entire world who's got HBO Max can just watch it. And then you're like, Jesus Christ. We didn't do a show last week. Our schedules were crazy. But, as without Saquon Barkley, they're easily 0-3. They should be 3-0. Saquon held that drop. And as much as I want to, people wanted to blame the coach, the play calling. Last week the defense couldn't stop anybody. They couldn't get to a 40-year-old Kirk Cousins. That was on the defense more than it was on Saquon. But without Saquon, they're not 2-1. They're probably 0-3.
No, not at all. You're exactly right. Not at all.
He reached 21.6 miles per hour on that run.
Yeah, that was max speed.
He's 235 pounds. He's doing that with pads on.
It was funny. I was on Twitter during the game, and I saw a friend of ours through the show, a Giants fan, Nikki Geist, or Geist. I think her name is Geist, G-I-S-T.
She's from the Blonde Blitz.
Yeah, from the Blonde Blitz. She tweeted out, it looks like something like the Eagles haven't figured out how to use Saquon Barkley. And I tweeted back after his time, this did not age well.
Well, I mean, listen, she's not right. He had 5 touches in the first half.
No. Yeah. That game was definitely a tale of well, let's put it this way. I can't say 2 halves because they didn't do anything until the fourth quarter. And I don't know about you, but I was very happy to finally have a Dallas Goedert sighting.
I don't know why it took him so long to use him.
Well, I found it funny that on what's it called, WIP, one of the hosts from one of their shows actually got ridiculed because he said, what if Dallas Goedert has an 8 reception game over 100 yards and a touchdown, and they were like ripping him apart. Yeah, that's not like just making fun of him. That's not going to happen. And the kid goes out there for 10, 170. I loved it. It was beautiful.
Right, and he had that. And let's go back to you talk about Jalen Carter and his numbers that don't show up on the stat sheet. And again, he's the number 3 receiver. But that play was so huge because 3 cornerbacks went to him, to Jahan Dotson.
Yeah.
Why? And then they ran into each other.
And also, I heard today, I heard that Jalen Hurts actually called that play himself. He called an audible at the line. He read the defense. So he actually audibled that play.
Jalen Hurts has been great against the blitz. He's been great against, audible and out and everything. He's just got to, if he can cut his turnover down, he's got to go the next 3 games without a turnover.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
Otherwise, it becomes an issue.
Yeah,
it really shouldn't be that hard because if Kellen Moore can use, Saquon Barkley in the run game, it opens up the play action.
Oh, that it does. That it absolutely does. Um, yeah, look. I was a little. I was annoyed yesterday. I was upset watching how that first half how they were like calling plays in that game. I
The
still
first
don't
half,
understand.
they should have been going into that fourth quarter leading 9-3. They
They
left too
should
many
have.
field goals on the board. You left too many field goals on the board. And then you attempt a 60
And
yarder.
I want to say, and this is just me. I just have this hunch. I know that Kellen Moore is supposed to be the game planner this year, and Sirianni's like kind of sitting back and just facilitating everything. But not going for those field goals, I have to believe that that's Sirianni saying, no, we're going to go for it this time because he's got that I'm going to say the big dick Nick syndrome, and he wants to try and go for it on fourth down all the time. I think he's trying to outdo Kellen Moore with oh, we're going to go for it on fourth, because you can't tell me that Kellen Moore wasn't sitting there going, no, we should really take the points. I mean, he did that. He did that last week too. They did that. They keep going to that quote unquote tush push. They keep going to the short yardage stuff, and they're trying to be cute. I don't need cute. I need
So
points.
listen, I have no problem with 4th and 1. I have a problem with 4th and 3.
Yeah, 4th and 3. That stuff annoys me. I mean, and especially like going back to last week. What was it? It was 4th and 3 or 3rd and 3, and no 4th and 3 when Saquon dropped it. So, like, just run the freaking ball. Just run it. And I feel like we're going to go from yelling, just run the ball all the time. Like, when Flyers fans yell, just shoot, shoot. I feel like we're going to go from run the ball to kick the ball. Just kick the damn ball. I feel that's what we're going to be doing. And
well,
I also
think Nick Sirianni, his opponent in fantasy football, had Jake Elliott yesterday because there was zero reason to not use him. He had to have him. His opponent had to have Jake Elliott.
That would be funny.
Like, he lost the points on the field goal miss. He didn't use the field goal. So
I don't know that whole thing, that they're not taking the points, kicking the field goal, that literally bothers the hell out of me. And it does that's just fundamental football. Whenever you can get the points, just take them. What are you trying to prove game 3 of the year? What were you trying to prove in game 2? Just kick the ball, get the points. You said, going into halftime, they should have had 9 points.
Like, look at the Commanders. They won a game last week because they kicked 7 field goals.
Yeah, like that. See, that's the other thing. That's the only way they can score points. Well, at least last week. It's the only way they could score points, and they did it. I mean, that's what I don't understand. When you had a team like them kicking 7 field goals, and you're like, well, you know what? We're going to just like do the tush push every time. I'm really starting to hate the tush push now. It's like, dude, you have quality players. Well, they're not out there now. You didn't have A.J. Brown. You lost Lane Johnson. You lost Mekhi Becton. Early in the fourth quarter, you lost Devontae Adams, or Smith, I mean. You lost these guys. And he tries to be cute. Don't try and be cute. Just get the points and then go from there. Because you miss these field goals or don't go for the field goal attempts, you know what happens? It screws up your entire game plan.
Yeah, and then I just, if I don't hear tomorrow, or if I don't see anywhere on social media tonight, any Trevor Lawrence hate, they're getting actually blown off their doors right now by the Buffalo Bills. It's 34-10.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence is you want to talk about a bust? Yeah, I mean, look at this. The Eagles had a 300-yard passer, a 400-yard rusher, a 170-yard receiver, and they only had 15 points to show for it. I mean, look, a win is a win, but
Seriously.
you have to be better than that. You know what I mean? You have to be better than that, especially in the red zone, like with protecting the ball. If they want to be a championship contender, that's what they got to do. They have to do that. I mean, they still and somehow with all of that, they still put up 460 yards of total offense. That to me is the amazing part. Losing all those people who's not in the game at all, not really doing anything until the fourth quarter, and you still put up 460 yards of offense. Like, if you're not trying to be cute with your game plan, just imagine what you could do.
Yeah.
So that's my rant. Like I'm like completely mad about Sirianni. He just annoys me.
Yeah, he's just listen, just here I tell you exactly what to do. I coach flag football for 6 to 8 year olds, and I've never coached flag football in my entire life. So you know what I have? I have a defensive coordinator. I have an offensive coordinator. I let them call the plays. They do that. I handle the rotations. I handle the sidelines. I keep them in check. That's what Nick needs to do. There's nothing wrong with that. Otherwise, Bill Belichick's probably going to be the head coach of the Eagles next year.
Speaking of that, I did see it was funny. I saw a video someone put up on Twitter. It was like, and here's Bill Belichick right now, and it was him like eating popcorn, and he had what you call it, binoculars, and he just kept like putting the binoculars up to his face while he's eating popcorn. I was like, oh my God. I was like, this
You
guy.
know what? You know what have made that meme even better? As if on the other
What's
side,
that?
it was the Howie Roseman with his binoculars with that meme.
That would have been classic.
That would have been
good.
like a great meme. But yeah, like
I see you.
Like okay, like you saw Jalen Hurts turn the ball over in the red zone. Don't take chances. If the points are there, take it.
Yep. Just do it. Don't be cute. Don't take chances. Don't try and be the smarter coach. Just do what you're there to do. That's all there is to it. Oh,
So,
God, he knows so
Can
much.
you imagine looking yourself in the mirror and go, you know what? My quarterback's holding out for a $5 million bonus. I'm going to pay this person this. And you know what? I know he lives here. I know he trains here. We don't need Derrick Henry on the Cowboys. You went in there with Rico, Dowdle, Deuce Vaughn. Like Frank, our buddy Frank Ziemba, he's gonna give himself a stroke. Like the hatred that he has going on, and you know, I and it's funny because like you know, I talked to Frank, I talked to Greg Markowitz and Ryan Miller, who are big Dallas fans, and I'm trying to talk them up. I'm like, there's no way that Dallas can be that bad. Like they have really good players, and then I'm like, well, maybe they don't. Maybe Mike McCarthy is not this great coach that everyone makes him out to be. Like I'm the one talking Dallas fans down. Like, think about that for a second. I'm like, no, there's no way that they can be this bad. And they just like, and you know what's funny is and like the game plan's out. Like, if you run at Micah Parsons, he's terrible. It's just the numbers are there. It doesn't make any sense.
Before. Yeah, you had said that before, and I was like, I don't know, maybe, but yeah, you're right. I mean, well, the Eagles did that to him, last year or the year before that?
The year before that. The year they went to the Super Bowl. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, they just took him out by legit just running right at him.
Yeah, I don't get it. It makes zero sense.
Yeah, absolutely makes zero sense. Absolutely.
And
but,
you know,
it is.
Trayvon Diggs still looks hurt.
He does. He does not look
He-
good at all.
He doesn't. Yeah, I mean, not that he doesn't, not that he looks hurt. He tore his ACL. Like, maybe they should have kept him on the pup.
Yeah, it's honestly a good observation. Maybe they should have. I mean, because he has not been there at all.
And
So
then,
it's
did you see? Yeah, did you see? Dallas Cowboys Twitter. The fanboys. Last year it was. What was it? It was like, oh, AJ Brown's a diva. He argues with whatchamacallit on the sideline all the time. Then I'm pretty sure I saw, a Mr. CeeDee Lamb arguing with someone on the sideline. That happened.
Oh
right?
yeah, well, yeah, that was the other thing. I completely forgot all about that too. That he about Jalen Carter going crazy on the sideline. He was trash talking with Tyrann Mathieu, right? I think that's who it was.
He was gonna murder him.
I think that's who it was. He was trash talking with. But I love the fact it took like 3 guys to hold the kid back.
I don't know if I'm getting in the middle of that. Like, nah, you're on your own.
Yeah, no.
So what do you think?
I'm like,
So we'll get back to football in a minute. So what do you think about the Big Dom exposure? You think it's overplayed? You think it's overplayed?
Our security guard, Dom?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's overplayed. There's no reason he should be shown anywhere. He's nobody.
He really is.
Like, he's a nobody. And that annoys the crap out of me, that just because he got into an altercation where he should not have gotten involved. And number, he shouldn't have put his hands on anybody. So it's just stupid. They make a big deal out of this guy, and I can't stand him.
Whatever happened to the guy from the whatchamacallit a couple of weeks ago? I think you posted the video. The Chiefs?
Dude from the Chiefs. Like,
yeah,
that dude,
what was that about?
in that game, that guy. My little Wi-Fi's going in and out. I like disappeared for a second. I was like, where'd I go? Yeah, no, the guy for the Chiefs, he literally, you want to talk about putting your hands on somebody. He put his hands on this guy, and I believe he was like pushing him around or whatever. And I thought, okay, so what's going to happen to him? I mean, at least that guy, he deserved to get suspended or fined or whatever. But I was like, oh, God, here we go. I was like, oh, another Dom situation. I can't stand him. And then the Monday Night Football where he gave Kelsey the South Philly tuxedo. I was like, get this guy the hell off my TV screen.
Oh, you're funny.
Can't stand him. Yeah, I literally can't stand him. And like the thing that makes me mad is I'm even more mad that we were at that damn game where he became like famous all of a sudden.
Yeah, he definitely did.
I'm like, dude, come on. And the funny thing was, I remember like being at that game again at home against the Niners last year, and I remember that older dude that was sitting in front of us that like he turned around, and this was before, Big Dom got friggin' like insanely popular. He's like, oh, it was Dom. He turned around and said, oh man, they kicked Dom out. I was like, who the fuck is Dom? Like, I don't know who the hell this guy is. I don't need to know who the hell this guy is. He's a nobody. Yeah, I don't know why you asked me about that, because this just makes me so mad.
Well, I apologize.
Yeah. Nah, you don't have to apologize. It's just one of those things, man. It's like you heard me last year. I was like going nuts after that. Like, who the hell is he? He ain't nobody. Just made me mad.
Yeah.
Just made me mad. But I mean, hey, look, the guy, it got him got him a raise too. Isn't he now like this, like a special assistant to Howie Roseman?
Oh, dude, I
Or
don't
scouting,
know.
something like that.
Who, Dom?
Yeah, I believe. What's that?
Did you say Dom?
Yeah, he got a promotion in title. He's like an assistant now to Howie Roseman, like for scouting or something like that.
What? You're lying.
I heard that and I was like, are you effing kidding me? Like, come on. And I know anybody like that's going to hear this tomorrow or whoever might be watching now is sitting there like, I can't believe this guy doesn't like Dom. No, I don't.
No,
Ugh.
listen, yeah, you know. 1 second. 2. Yeah, that's just I mean, he's an. I don't know. It's.
I mean, well, like, look, good for the guy. You know, like whatever. He's taking his fame. He's rolling with it. Good for him. It's all good. Like whatever. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, the guy's a clown. There's no other way to put it. The guy is an absolute clown. And if you don't think he is, it's just because you like him. And listen, there's nothing wrong with liking the guy, but the guy is literally he's literally a nobody.
No, I remember him being there when Chip Kelly was there, and I worked for the Eagles. I was part of the game day staff. I remember Chip Kelly walking through our holiday party that we had in one of like their club levels where they had like all the inside bars and everything. It was basically just like one big cigar lounge basically, and I remember everyone was like, "Oh my God, Chip Kelly," you know, and he's walking by, and I remember that was my first introduction to Dom because he was there then. I'm like, who in the hell is this guy? Like people were walking up to Chip Kelly and he's like, oh no, back away. I'm like, well, why the hell is he here? Well, what do you think's gonna happen? You got John Boss doing magic tricks in the corner. You got the new head coach walking through, and you got this big fat goofball like pushing people away from him. Well, what the fuck's he here for? Just to walk through and wave and off he goes?
Yes.
Yeah, whatever. I'm like, whatever. Oh, too funny. So how far are you back from home?
Hold on.
Oh, there he is now. Speak and you get Chris on TV.
I just gotta.
I'm going to one of these football games. I can't stand watching Cincinnati. I can't believe Buffalo's destroying these guys that bad. Trevor Lawrence. I remember them making a big deal out of this kid. He's a mess. He's at. Are you watching the game? Oh, I don't hear you.
Work.
Oh, I hear you now. Yeah, I'm actually in the process. I'm about to get a whole new setup here at the house.
Oh, there we go.
I have to. I hear you.
All right. Actually got my microphone working.
There you go. Yeah, I'm going to be getting a whole new setup here. I'm going to get, because I don't like sitting down to do the show anymore. I have to like move around a lot. I fidget too much. So I'm going to get one of those rising desks. I'm going to stand up and do the show. These things are pretty cheap too. They're like less than $100. Yeah, I had sent you an email about trying to download a couple of videos, but they're not going to work. I was mad. I was like all excited to use these videos that I got. I'll probably be able to get them better off of TikTok than I will off of Twitter anymore.
So what else can we talk about? Yeah, I know we talked about in the beginning, but Jalen Carter, man, he's just that dude is a man amongst boys.
Yeah, I'm so happy that he finally had this breakout game. I mean, we saw glimpses of it, and like how good he could be. We just saw the raw athleticism from him, and to do this last night or yesterday afternoon, God, so good, absolutely good. I love it. Yeah, he's going to be special. He's going to be a special player.
Yeah, and as long as you make the other team, which if he's going to start getting double teamed and triple teamed, the other players on the team got to start stepping up.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm actually very impressed. Like Reed Blankenship is still playing well.
Dude, I want to talk about Reed Blankenship. That dude is so underrated. Like he's so I can't even describe it, dude.
Yeah, he's very what you call it. He was an undrafted player, right?
Yep.
I want to say he is. Yeah, I want to say he was.
No, he was.
I really thought he was going to be like out of the rotation with Cooper DeJean around, but I mean, with the way he's playing, you kind of have to rotate them. You kind of have to rotate him in and out. I love it.
Cooper DeJean. You're nuts.
Did you see the video of Chris Long watching the game?
Yeah,
all
he's
the
nuts.
highlights. Oh my god,
That's got to drive.
He's so
That
fun.
drives people nuts because he's such a fan of the Eagles. He's such a fan of them, and it drives other people nuts. So this was all of Philadelphia in the fourth quarter, about to get on their phone and call Sirianni.
Yeah, you guys fucking suck at your job. I'm gonna come down there and beat the fuck out of you, you fucking stupid bitch. All right, I'll be down in 10 minutes. Get ready. You better start stretching. I'm gonna fucking wear you out, dumbass. 10 minutes. Parking lot, pussy.
Oh, I was
He was in a
dying.
Yeah.
And then I got this video.
Texas, his best game. Here's Barkley. Saquon Barkley. Saquon drops the game. He's going to take it. Touchdown from 60. Saquon saved.
You want to know what the best part about that run is? It wasn't a
What's
broken
that?
tackle. There was a hole.
Yeah. Yeah. No
A
broken
hole.
tackle. He just got the hole and took it. Sounded bad right there.
So, but yeah, just gonna keep
Yeah,
going.
you guys fucking suck at your job. I'm gonna come down there and beat the fuck out of you, you fucking stupid bitch. All right, I'll be down in 10 minutes. Get ready. You better start stretching. I'm gonna fucking wear you out, dumbass. 10 minutes. Parking lot, pussy.
that's such a Philadelphia thing too.
It really is. It really is. That is too funny though.
Like I can just think, like if his phone number ever got leaked, it would be insane because I can't see another. I can't see how the conversation doesn't go any other way. I'm gonna stretch you out.
Just stretch you out. You guys fucking suck.
You guys suck at your job.
That's the best. Excuse me. That's too funny.
So the Eagles. Listen, I'm not even again. I'm not doing like I said. I'm not doing predictions this season. Like I said, I thought they were going to lose this week. And if they didn't, and I guess shame on me for picking against them, but I didn't really pick against them.
Oh, dude, I honestly thought they were going to lose. I really did. I thought they were going to lose, and then with the way the game was going,
a few people actually picked them, and I was not one of them. I will sit there and say I was not one of them.
Oh, gotcha. No, I saw that a few people did pick them, and I was like, what the hell are they smoking? Give me some of that because I don't see it. I was like, this team is putting up way too many points. They're running the ball all over the place. Kamara's a beast. And then you had that game. It was complete night and day from what Saints have been doing.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. And I love C.J. Gardner-Johnson. I love him.
Well, see, I do. I like him, and to a point, I kind of get annoyed at him because I love the fact that he's on our team and he likes to run his mouth, but he's also the kind of player that I can't stand. I don't like people that run their mouth. You run your mouth to me.
Yeah,
it's going to be
right.
in that airplane.
we are an Eagle show, but we got to show some love.
In 2024, the 2-2, swing and a fly ball, right center field. Castellanos going back on the edge of the track, makes the catch. The ball game is over. For the first time in 13 years, the Phillies will celebrate as National League East champions. It's their 12th divisional crown, and they'll mob each other on the mound one more time. They said it was a goal at the start of the year. Yes, they won a National League pennant 2 years ago. Wild card representatives the last 2 years, but this was a goal for everyone. To claim the top spot in the division, to wrestle away from the Atlanta Braves.
So now, the big thing is, what's the playoff song?
Well, I hope it's not that damn song we've had for the last 17 years. It feels like.
Oh, shut
even
up.
though I saw that the Savannah Bananas, they know how to play to their crowd. That's for sure.
You man. Yes, they do.
Yeah, I heard that was a good time. I know a few people that went, you included.
Oh my god, dude, that was that shit was wild. I just make sure I have a catch, standing up. These dudes are so on our Twitter, I follow someone and and he posted this at the game. That is Split, the Savannah Bananas mascot. And he was walking around and he said, "Let Saquon run the ball." And then he changed it to Red October. Like they did a real good job. Like the guy who runs the Bananas, he's a very smart man.
That's good.
So I'm gonna share this video because this again, it was a fun time, and like you said, some people hate it, some people and listen, if it's not your cup of tea, the Caleb Scott song, that's fine. But don't like I know people were like, oh, that's stupid. If people want to listen to it, let them listen to it. But 42,000 people listening to this. And I was wild. I ain't gonna lie. You'll hear my voice in a minute.
Bring it back.
There's me. Bring it back.
Yeah, I know it's stupid.
And as you can see, I was not the only one singing.
For myself, I'm in the corner watching you kiss.
It's such a song that I should not be singing. Let's just throw that out there. Or any man should be.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I mean, although it was funny, I think I took a screenshot and I sent you the screenshot of it where Callum Scott was like, "Yo, give me a call. I'm there."
We're waiting.
Yeah, he's like, "I'm waiting. I'll be there." And I was like, that'll be kind of cool. Like if he
He's here
finally
October
gets this-
10th.
Is he?
Yeah.
Well,
So
maybe they'll see him. Who knows? Maybe they'll see him. I'm sure the fans will love it. They'll all be like, "Yay!" I mean, I kind of get the feeling every time that song comes on, all I see, like for some reason, all I see is everybody's jumping around in the stands, and all I see is the Muppets. That's all I see is the Muppets. Yay! That's all I see.
oh my god.
That's it. I just hear the Muppet theme song. I hear them singing, and all I see is the people dancing like inflatable arm filling tube men, and they're just having a good old time. I'm like, okay, all right, that's what you guys like. It's all good.
Oh, hold on 1 second. But keep talking about it. I got a video.
He's got a video. Okay. Yeah, I don't have a problem with the song itself or the Callum Scott or anybody that likes the song or wants to sing along to the song. I just am tired of the song. That's my thing. I'm like, okay, it was good, the first season they did it. All right, then they brought it back, and it seemed to like, there's something about the song where the team just plays. I think the thing that I don't like the most about it, though, I think it's the fact that every time they win when playing that song, I have to see that little douche nozzle Garrett Stubbs running around, and I'm like, I can't stand this dude. I think he's the reason why I don't like that song. I see it, I hear it, and I think of him running around with champagne all over the place in friggin' red overalls and goggles, and I'm like, I want to smack him. Like I just want to take a bat and smack him. Yeah, I think yeah, I've come to the conclusion.
Are you gonna smack me with my overalls and my my whatchamacallit, my mask?
What, when we go to the game in October?
Yeah.
No, man, because I'm going to be wearing the South Phillies tuxedo. I'm buying one.
Like I would sit there. Who's going? Me, you, Rich, and Chuck?
Me, you, Rich, Chuck, and my wife.
Oh, your wife is going.
Yeah.
Nice. So,
oh, yeah.
Phillies owner John Middleton.
Okay.
We'll get back to that in a minute. We'll talk about that trip in a minute. Just listen.
I brought John in here. John, come on over here. Remember in spring training, the man said he wants his trophy. We're going to get it for
I want my friend. Fucking
They didn't even let him friggin' talk.
No, you heard what he said, right?
I couldn't hear. It was breaking up.
All right, try again.
John in here. John, come on over here. Remember in spring training, the man said he wants his trophy. We're going to get it for
I want my friend. Fucking
Yeah, it's breaking up on me. What did he say?
I want my fucking trophy back.
I want my trophy back. That's it. That's funny.
That dude's a fucking.
That's funny.
Dude's a legend.
Well, he is a fun owner. I'll say that. The dude really is a fun owner. Like all the stuff he does. I like when he interacts with the fans.
Yeah.
Now, wait.
Ugh.
Wait, what trophy is he talking about?
He wants the World Series trophy.
Has he ever won it before?
Yeah. He was the owner in 08.
That's right, he was. I'm like, that's right, he was.
He just wasn't as vocal because he wasn't the majority owner.
He wasn't the majority owner. Now he's majority, so he's like,
Yep.
now he's like, I want my fucking trophy back. That's funny. Well, you know me. I hope they do it for him. All right, so let's see. The Bills are losing 37-10, and Washington's losing 21-13.
No, they're winning.
Or Washington's winning. I'm sorry. Washington. Ah,
They're winning.
who was it that
They're
said
winning
Washington?
28-13.
Yeah, who was it that said Washington was going to be? Someone said it. They were going to be like that they were going to be pushing Dallas and the Eagles, and I was like, nah. But Washington
Very well could be.
Very well could be. I mean, you're playing Cincinnati, and you're literally handling Cincinnati, and the Bengals are 0-2. The way they're playing, they're going to be 0-3. Unreal.
All
yeah,
right.
this NFL
So,
season's
it's been wild. It's been a wild 3 weeks. There's no other way to put it.
Yeah. It's one big roller coaster, man.
As I said. Well, luckily, Philadelphia sports fans are calm, reasonable people. So, our friends, we're going to end the show, but our friends at Monkey's Uncle, since the Phillies have officially clinched the NL East, the next is to get, the first round bye, and then after that, it is to get the number 1 seed. But they have come out with a new shirt. It's a pre-order, and it's up on the screen. It's a Red October, ring the bell. So we'll post it on our social media accounts. Make sure to check us out on TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, and wherever else Eric and myself post other than our own personal Facebook pages. But, head over to, I want to say monkeysuncle.net because you do but, let's get ready for the playoffs. Get yourself a Red October shirt. Listen, this is a pre-order shirt. So they're making it and then it's going away. So don't be that person and waiting for them to go to the World Series. Enjoy the run. If they don't get to the World Series, is it going to suck? Absolutely. But enjoy the run while you can. Like, there's no reason to. Don't be the bandwagoner. Listen, I've watched too many damn games this season. Like I said, I've been locked in. We're all Philadelphia Phillies fans now. You can hop on the bandwagon, but don't wait to not get this shirt. The shirt is hot. You can see it right up on the screen. I don't even know if you can put an image on Spotify. We need like an image on Spotify. Spotify, make that work.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can't do that. You can't.
No, I know. But if you are listening to us on Spotify, it's monkeysuncle.net or Monkey's Uncle on Facebook or on TikTok. We'll have our stuff on there as well. But yeah, I'm curious as to what I'm really curious as to what the playoff song is going to be. I don't think it's going to be "Dancing on Our Own." It's got to be something catchy where you can get 45,000 people singing, and it can't be "Dreams and Nightmares" by Meek Mill.
No, not at all. Not at all. Yeah, man, I don't know. That is a good question. Like, what are the guys going to pick? Well, wait. So, Dancing on My Own was brought over with Schwarber when he was with Boston.
Yes.
Now, I mean, I don't know. Garrett Stubbs, as much as I hate him, he's pretty legendary with his Spotify playlist. So,
So, I'm going to tell you right now, if the Phillies go far in the playoffs, you're going to see that mascot from the Savannah Bananas. He's been tweeting all day. I'm watching the Phillies on TV right now. Man, I miss the bank. He's like, you were right about Saquon running the ball. So he tweeted out Red October. He's like,
That's
eat
funny.
up, Philly. It's time. He's like, I miss you, Phillies. him and the Fanatic. Again, I am a 46-year-old man. I got 3 kids, 1 in high school, 2 in grade school. I got a mortgage. I pay insurance. Every time I see a Fanatic, I'm like a 4-year-old child, like waving them crazy. Like he's gonna wave back. Like it makes no sense. It makes no sense, and I absolutely love it.
I mean, I have to admit, I do look for him still when I'm at the games. I'm like, where the hell is he? Where's he at? Where's he coming out at? I do that all the time. I always look for him. Still one of the best. But no, I think he would probably him and the Banana Split probably be pretty good together.
Oh yeah, it would be great.
I like that. Split. That's a great name. That's a great name.
Okay, well, they definitely played it in the locker room, Dancing on My Own. But they didn't say they played it. It's still the unofficial. And again, you don't have to like the song. You don't have to like it. You know, you clearly don't like it.
Well, I'm sure. Let's put it this way: even if they don't go with it, it's going to be on their playlist of songs.
Absolutely.
I mean,
and listen, again, if you think about it, like if you can get again, you know how hard it is to win Philadelphia during Red October. Obviously, they fell apart at the end of last season. We know that.
Right.
But 45,000 fans, like October 10th, if like they bring him out to sing in like the 7th inning, the stadium might blow up. I'm just saying. Because Caleb Scott's performing, he's either performing at the Fillmore or the Met. I don't know where he is.
The night, like that day, the night before.
Yeah. It's going to be the night before. It will be the night before or the night after. I don't know what his full schedule is. I mean, the dude is making millions off of it. He's making millions off the Phillies and the fans. He'd be stupid not to come to the game.
He absolutely would. It kind of reminds me of a few years ago when Triple H came out with Embiid right before one of the Sixers games. Come out to DX. That was fun because we kept saying like he's got to be there. He's got to be there. Sure as shit, there he is.
All right, hold on. I think I found the song, so I'm gonna play it. I'm not gonna tell you what it is.
Oh boy.
Hey, listen. We gotta, listen. I'm still gonna play it in my house after a win. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
So, it's listen. My kids know the song. You know what I mean?
Okay. You don't gotta sell me.
Oh, hold on. Here we go. I got it.
All I need is your love tonight. All I need is your love tonight. All I need.
I like the bell in the background.
I can't hear it. It's everything for me is breaking up.
Stay loose and sexy, baby. There you go.
All right, I'll get a shorter version. It's a 50-minute video. I'm not watching it.
It's a 50-minute video. That's funny.
So I'm going to end this note on a weird stat. Since 2020, Dak and the Cowboys have had 6 fourth-quarter comebacks. The same as Daniel Jones.
That's disgusting.
That's my mic drop for the night.
Oh. Well,
like that makes no like. And listen, Daniel Jones stinks. I mean, he's having a good year so far this year. He had a rough first game, but like, I'm tired. I'm tired of like. And here's the thing: like the Cowboys are going to come out, and if they absolutely manhandle the Cowboys, we are back. We are this. We are that. You know it's coming. It's coming.
Oh, absolutely.
It's absolutely coming.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Meanwhile, Eagles fans are like, I don't think we're that good. I know we won.
Yeah, you know that's going to happen. You know it will. Yeah, man. I was laughing like looking at the stats for the game the other day for the Giants, and I saw Daniel Jones. Excuse me, Daniel Jones, and it's like Malik Neighbors is a stud. I mean, I agree with you. I still don't think Daniel Jones is worth the friggin' his name on his back. But this kid is putting him out there. He's getting the job done. Like that kid Malik Neighbors is coming as build, that's for sure. Although I made fun of them for drafting him. I thought they should go with a quarterback. Okay. Cincinnati hits a field goal. Oh, and there's a flag on the play. Ball start. Offense.
I got them to hit a touchdown.
Yeah, I just looked at that touchdown, so I'm trying to see who it was. I hope it wasn't. Ah, there it is. It's Sovas or whatever his name is. Just as long as it's not T. Higgins. I'm going against T. Higgins. Screw T. Higgins. Yeah, I got my fantasy football game won. The guy I'm playing has a 1% chance to win.
Let's see what my guy has a chance. He's got a 1% chance of winning too. He's got Jaden Daniels going too. I'm winning by 9, but who do I have? Somebody going too. Well, I got Austin Eckler going.
Yeah, he's got him on the bench in this game. The guy I'm playing, he's got 13 points in my league. I'm up 178 to 152. I have a 99% chance to win. Now, just so you know, I had my running backs are Aaron Jones and King Henry.
Nice.
He got me 35 yesterday. It's good shit. Such good shit.
So, all right. Do our sign off.
Yes, sir. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching our show tonight. You know, we are brought to you by Lottering Watches, The Monkey's Uncle, Back to 99 Productions, and the CEV Sports Podcast Network, the official home of the Philly Podcast. Chris and I want to thank everybody. You know, check us out on Apple and Spotify podcast. You can also find us on X and Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and what else is there? Oh yeah, TikTok. You know, we got all the stuff going. So again, we thank everybody. Oh, and as always, you watch us live on youtube.com. Just follow our channel. And we are brought to you also from StreamYard.com. I love using this app. It's a good production studio on a computer. Well, in your browser, let's put it that way. Everybody, again, thank you for watching us. This was episode 4 of the Philly Podcast. And we'll see you guys next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Peace out, people. Oh, where are we at here? Hold on.
You want Philly?
Yeah, let's do it.
It's easy to sum it up. We talking about practice.
Because it's about as casual as it gets.
What's the problem now?
That's a clown question, bro.
I think we ought to send him B-Man at least.
World champions!
Start playing with some jam in here. Let's go.
Philadelphia, look at his own.